pleasure to introduce all of y'all to the fact that we've got our first of its kind karting series on GD7. This amazing initiative has been led by Aditya, aka Fun Anywhere, one of our pioneers in the GD7 community. He's an A plus rated driver. So Aditya, while I quickly start qualifying, why don't you take us through this entire format?
Yes, hello everyone. I am Aditya, aka Fun Anywhere. Welcome to Sim Nation India's Kart Attack competition. So, as Ankur said, the format for this competition is we had 28 drivers hot lapping for a week to determine top 10 on Kyoto driving, Kyoto Miyabi. So, top 10 have already qualified for the finals on Sunday. The rest of the 14 drivers are here today for the top spot, for the top four spot. So they are going to be racing and fighting out today for those final four spots.
So as we do that, I'm gonna quickly start qualifying and jump to the spectator cam. So here we go. Qualifying starts in about 5 seconds from now. So Aditya, are you excited about this?
Yeah, but very excited, very excited.
Lovely.
Qualifying will be key here. You want to start ahead here, get away quickly as possible and maintain the lead.
Interesting. I'm going.
So what do you think? What will be your strategy today? It is not about winning today. You have to get to those four places.
I think if I was particularly racing in this, I think my whole objective would be that because there is no particular toe in this, it would just be about keeping it clean, getting a good understanding of what's my best pace. And karts, when you're racing karts, the whole idea is to restrict going as wide as possible from the little that I've learned. So I think the whole key would be to be right ahead and not let anyone through, because we all know how twitchy karts can get. So keeping that in mind, I think the whole idea would be that just stay ahead, keep it clean, let people get RG at the back, and take it forward from there. What about you? What would you do, Aditya?
I would just follow Avik Katia for now and get the toe. He is doing great help to others behind him, giving them the toe. I'll just follow the car ahead, get in his toe and get a quick lap in.
So I think the first series of laps have begun. We're on a week at this point. We just stay with him. I'm going to quickly change the view onto cockpit cam, just so that we get an idea. So 24.4 on the second sector. He's going to break down to fourth. And as soon as he starts the next lap, Aditya, why don't you take us through on how challenging it really is when it comes to this particular track and distance?
So very important to get a good speed when you cross the line. There are many different lines you can take here. You can take a V-shaped line here, or you can go wide and come back in the corner. This is flat out on the sweeping corner. Here just minimal steering inputs are required here to maintain speed. And now as he approaches the braking point, very steady by Avik here. Now you have to brake and accelerate quickly. Yeah, nice. Yeah, a little bit of oversteer there, but still maintaining the speed. I think this will be a good lap, but not enough to take pole, I think.
Yeah, I think pole's currently with Ishan at this point, and I think it's only going to get faster and faster. The interesting bit over here is, Aditya, I'd like to point out, is the fact that while it seems very easy to drive cars, the interesting fact over here is that they're so nimble, used to be so sensitive, used to get such a good feel of the steering input, used to be so gentle, that a slight bit of extra bit of input and suddenly you realize you've lost complete control of the car. So I think for drivers it's really important to understand that even going wide on the curbs, there's so much wheel spin that takes place that you just lose out. So any advice from your end while we're into qualifying? We've got 2 minutes left in qualifying and the order pretty much remains the same. What's your take on it?
Yeah, I think everyone is pretty close to each other. Yeah, as you rightly said, Ankur, minimal steering inputs are the key here. You don't want to rustle the cart Just maintain your line and just get the toe in the front as high as possible.
Yeah, I think the interesting part over here, Aditya, is the fact that Ishan is the only one who's sub 44 at this point. Rest everyone, Avik, Askars, all of them are beyond 44. So, what do you make of that? I mean, there is no wind speed to assist anyone. I think Ishan is really showing good control out here with his car.
Yeah, I think he's got the lines mapped perfect. Let's take a lap of Ishan. Oh no.
That's okay. I think they're all trying to push it in with a minute to go. I think this is gonna be maybe a lap, maybe 2 laps, and we can see that the whole grid is just getting bunched up. As I say that, Askas has pulled off a 43.994, so that's another fantastic lap by him, and he's got pretty much a cleaner grid in front of him. So people are improving,
Yeah.
but they're still, I think, trying to get a feel of what this track is like without the support of the tailwind that everyone was hoping for.
Indeed. And we have one interesting bit here. Raze, he is playing in VR mode today, so he has a completely different perspective.
Oh yes, Raze is playing, so let's quickly jump on Raze at this point. Interesting fact, guys, as Aditya rightly pointed out, Raze is going to be doing this entire bit with his virtual reality headset. I mean, hats off to him. I think he's still improving. Let's just stay with him at this point. He's trying to P10. There is a possibility that he might maybe jump to P9, maybe P8 as well. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah,
he
looks to be a
improve,
good lap, but not enough for pole, I think.
jump to P7.
Yeah.
That is not bad considering that he's got a virtual reality headset right there. That is really interesting. So Aditya, quali is over. We're pretty much gonna jump into the race start now. I think everyone's completed. We're still on a flyer at this point, but I don't think he's really doing that great a job. I think it's pretty much done.
No. He's just going for a drink.
A quick refreshment before the intense 14 lap race. So we've had 8 laps in a span of 5 minutes. 14 laps of sheer action. Quickly, I'll just go through the result. You had Ishan with a fantastic 43.951. Askaz is just 400 behind with a 43.994. We've got Avik with a 44.119. Then we've got Mistogan, Ninjin, Drift King, Raze, Sammy, Vidveer, and Truck Aggressor. Who would you place your money on for the top 4, Aditya?
I think it is anyone's game. As long as you stay in the top, you have a chance to get in the top.
And let's not forget the false start. That's going to be very deceiving. So we're going to quickly start the race. I think it's a good time to start the race, Aditya. Should I go ahead?
Yes.
Super.
Let's start.
So I have started the race. Now the idea is that what we're going to do is we're going to quickly jump on Ishan, who's our leader at this point, just so that people get an idea of what the false start is like. Alright, so we are here with Ishan, and we can see that the lights are there. I think this should be better. I'll quickly move to displays. 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's a jump start.
I think X has jumped the start.
And now you go.
There you go.
So what does a jump start do? What does a jump start do, Aditya?
Yeah, so if you go out before the lights, the game just stops you and just lets everyone go through. So that's a bit of a handicap by, I don't know who is what, I forgot.
So we're with Ishan at this point, and they're side to side.
Yeah. Oh, and 1G1 is in the lead now. So we're gonna have a lot of new leaders too.
I think what's going to happen is it's going to be RG Bargy right at the back. So I'm going to quickly jump to our famous spectator cam. And look at that. We've got almost 8 riders. All of them pretty much bunched up together. We've got Ishan in P1, Ninjan in P2, Avik in P3, We've got Drift King in P4, Sammy in P5. Askas has dropped all the way down to P6 from P2. So it's going to be some tough recovery for him. We've got Mistogen down in P7, Truck Aggressor in P8, Ridveer in P9, and Rage is trying to get a feel of it in P10. So as you can see, look at that. The top three are battling hard, Aditya.
Yeah, I think they should be sensible here and just try to pull away. It's not about winning today, it's just about getting in the top 4 today.
Yeah, look at that.
And I think Avik has a spin.
Avik had a spin. Oh my god. Avik had a spin. So as you rightly pointed out, that it's all about being sensible. It's a 14 lap race. There is no tire wear. There is no fuel wear. You just have to make sure that you are stuck behind the person ahead, following their toe. And as long as you're keeping it clean, as long as you're keeping consistent, you're bound to have a really good result. Correct, Aditya?
Yeah, correct. So now we have a train forming here. Everybody is disciplined. Driving just behind the toe.
So I'm going to quickly jump on Ninja on cockpit cam at this point, just so that you get an idea. And as we do that, there is a possibility that Ninja might jump Ishan for P1, maybe not. Let's see if the toe is really good. We're going to stick with him at this point because the top 3, I think, have created a bit of a gap.
Yeah. But by the time they reach the breaking point, that gap will be completely gone, I think.
Yeah, look at that. So guys in P3 and P4 are battling it out. Ashkas is making a really good recovery and he's made a superb pass right there on Drift King. What a brilliant move on the outside. I think Ashkas has done a good job with the setup of his kart. And look at that, he's got the top 2 battling it out as well.
Oh, that's a bit of a dive bomb by Phantom Shade, but they'll go unscathed. Now he's falling back behind safe good, which is the sensible thing to do.
Interesting bit, Aditya. I think top 9 are now bunched up together, which is pretty interesting considering 5 laps done, 9 laps to go. Look at that. We've got all the action taking place all the way from P1 to P8. I don't know who to stick with now.
Yeah, it's very close. So Ankur, there's a perception behind cars that it's very chaotic, sensitive, it will be, a chaotic race, will have many barrier entries there, but it's been very, there's no casualty yet, so everyone is driving very sensibly and cleanly.
Which is really good, and another interesting, as I say that someone's gone out, there's 2-3 drivers who have gone out. Who are these people? We've got Mistogen, Ridveer and Avik. Avik not having a good race at all. I think Avik is really the victim of misfortune out here. While we say that, we'll just quickly jump to the guys ahead. I wanted to point out one thing over here, Aditya, is the fact that as long as you keep it clean, because there are going to be battles all throughout. If I was in this race, how I would have gone about is the fact that I would have just tried to maintain my line, avoid as many fights as I could. Because if you notice, the nature of kart racing out of my experience is the fact that your position is never really secured. So while we look at Ishan, who's the second ahead, he is still a little vulnerable if Ninja can keep it clean. But if say, Ishan's doing a good job with the way he's driving, then the guys behind will have to make sure that they're constantly consistent with their line. Now, as you can see, our positions from P2 till P6 have constantly been shuffling. There was a point where Askas was P6, now he's P4. Sammy was P3 at one point, he's P5 now. Truck Aggressor was right at the back, he's P6 now. Look at that. As I say that, DK just moves to P3. So the thing is with karts, the beauty is that till the very last lap, it is not sure on who's gonna be P1 and who's gonna be P10. What's your take on this? I mean, this is just my observation.
Yeah, very correct, Ankur. So you got to keep your head with the kart. You can't be aggressive. You have to keep mindful of the driver beside you. You don't want to touch him and ruin both your races.
Absolutely.
This is what these guys are doing there.
Absolutely.
Ninja, I think, has pulled his lead back to over 7 tenths.
Exactly.
So Ishan was over a second ahead, but now he's in reach.
So Ninja, all he has to do at this point is just stay in that toe, keep it clean, and if he can maintain this for maybe another 4-5 laps, then the last 2 laps can be complete attack put all the pressure on Ishan and he can have a good run. I think that is probably what I would have done at this point rather than going for the attack right now and then put myself in a vulnerable position, get a lot more drag and give the toe to the guys behind. Look at that. As we say that, Aditya, the top 5 are again getting close to each other. So Azkaz is just a second and a half behind the leader. Sammy is about 2 seconds behind the leader. Likewise is drifting as well. So the top 5 are pretty much battling it out. I think the guys from P6, so that's Truck Aggressor, Raze, Mistogen, Vidveer and Avik have pretty much fallen behind. They're well behind, like 25 seconds for Vidveer and Avik. Mistogen still 9 seconds behind. It's going to be difficult. Even for Raze, 6.5 seconds. Not really gaining. Even Truck Aggressor is 5 seconds behind. So I think it's now between the top 5, and I think it's as we said that it's the guys in the top 4 who are going to make it through to the final round. I think we've got an interesting battle for the next 4 laps taking place between us. And look at that, Ninjan has taken the lead.
We have a new leader now. And Ishan has taken the lead again.
It's just going to go on. I think they're just going to keep shuffling. Look at that, guys in P3 also are having a good battle by themselves.
Yeah, so the top 2 are fighting for that.
Oh, DK spun. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
That was avoidable.
And
I think Ninjan has been it. Oh.
Ninjan binned it. Oh man, I'm so sorry, Ninjan.
Oh my.
Gee, look at that. As we just discussed, Aditya. And look at that. Raze. Oh, he's got a penalty. That is unfortunate. That would have been so interesting had Raze not had the penalty and would have been P4. That would have been fantastic considering that he's driving with a virtual reality headset. DK is still fighting back. DK is making a brilliant fight back over here. Mistoken out of nowhere is back in the race also. So as we discussed, the beauty is that it can be anyone's race right till the very last lap.
Yeah. The last spot for the finals, the 4th spot, I think it is up for grabs. So 3 drivers vying for it. We have Raze, we have Safe Goose, we have Phantom. And Raze.
This is amazing. This is amazing. Mistogen's in the hunt. Oh, he's gonna love that. If Mistogen makes the P4. And mind I say that, he's an amazing driver. Deserves to be A+ as well. He's super fast and there is no doubt he's going to put all the pressure on DK at this point. I think the top...
Can Mistogen get that 4th spot?
There is a possibility. I would never take that away from him. The moment he gets his feel, we all know, I might also point out Aditya, Drift King, DK, he himself is a very fast guy. Oh, DK's gone off. Oh no, I think that was just a lag. Yeah, that was just a game lagging. But look at that. 6 tenths down, he's well within the toe. Oh, there's some incident that's happened out here as well. I think that's the guy in P10 who's just sort of gone off. Okay.
Oh, that is, I think, Vidveer spinning.
Yeah, Vidveer spinning. So I'm going to quickly jump to cockpit cam and I'm going to stay with Mistogen right here. So we're on the penultimate lap and Mistogen still putting in personal best sectors, Aditya.
Yeah, when he has to plan his overtake now.
Still pretty fast. So while we do that, I'm just gonna quickly jump.
The time is now.
So Azkaz is in P1. I think he's pretty much sorted. We'll come back to him. Sammy is in P2. Ishan's giving him a good fight in P3. DK is in P4 and look at that. Mistogen is right there with him. As we discussed, Aditya, it's all about putting pressure. You think Mistogen put in a dive bomb?
Indeed. I think he should replace him. As long as it is clean this fine, I think he used to cover the inside line. Chase Goose hasn't covered the inside line. Oh.
He's gone wide. He's going to go for the switchback. This will be the switchback.
Oh, no, but he's losing speed. He's losing speed.
So I'm going to quickly jump on Azkaz. He wins. He will. DK gets it.
Has done it, I think.
Wow. Wow. That was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic.
So X, Versnam, Cool Ishan and Safe Goose. These are our top 4 and they go to the finals on Sunday.
What a drive. What a
What a
fantastic
race.
drive. So let's just quickly go through the results. Honestly, Aditya, this is really intense. So it's
Yeah.
it's it's not so easy to keep a track of all the action. But quickly to go through, we've had Askas in P1 with a fantastic drive. Didn't seem like he's going to be P1, but amazing. Sammy in P2, Ishan in P3. We've got Drift King who secures the final spot to get into the final round. Mistoken in P5, Rays in P6. Phenomenal drive by him as well, considering that he was on a VR headset. Trucker Aggressor, had he not bottled it up, probably would have made it. Likewise with Ninjin, who was fighting for P1. Ninjin,
Yeah,
look at
good
that,
engine.
second fastest lap right there with 43.92. So unfortunate for him. With Veer with the fastest lap, look at that, and he's down in P9. P9, and Avik unfortunately didn't have the best race, and he was in P10. So Aditya, what do you make of this?
I think it was a very good race. Had some of the drivers been a little bit patient, this would have been even closer, and many more drivers would be fighting for those four spots. But still,
Interesting.
a great race, Ankur. What do you think?
I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be anyone's race right to the end. We've got the 10 faster guys along with these four who made it. It's going to be a superb battle and I cannot wait. So, guys, for all those who are watching, join us back on Sunday at 11 o'clock, correct?
Yeah, Sunday, 11 p.m., same time.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Aditya, so much for being a part of comms. This was wonderful. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I really hope to do a lot more of this. That was fun. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Ankur.
Thank you,
Pleasure to
guys.
commentate with you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, guys, for
Thank you,
tuning in.
man.
Good night, everyone. We'll
Thank
see
you,
you soon.
everyone. Good night.